Hi folks, welcome back. In this video, I'll actually show you the magic and what's actually happening behind the scenes when you're actually working on Docker Desktop for Mac. As I told you previously, that Docker engine itself runs on Linux operating systems. But Mac is actually different from Linux. So we can't say that if you are running Mac, you are in a way having Linux. No. Both these operating systems are different. Now, Docker had a challenge that because most of the sysadmins, or I would say developers, work on Mac these days, and Docker engine was only available on Linux. So they wanted to have a way in which they could run Docker on Mac. And for that, we've already discussed the slide that you need Docker Desktop for Mac and what happens behind the scenes. Now, I want to actually show you that how you can actually check the things which are actually working behind the scenes. So this is my Mac laptop, and if I do a command like docker ps, you can see, okay, my Docker commands are working. I do Docker version, it is all working. As we have knowledge about checking processes and all, let's try to check the processes for Docker and see if you're able to find the Docker daemon. Wow. So you can see I did a ps-ef grep docker d and it says nothing is running. So nothing is actually running on my Mac laptop. Now where exactly is running? So behind the scenes, it's actually using a hypervisor, and through that hypervisor, it installs a lightweight Linux operating system and tries to use that Linux operating system. Now the question arises, how do we make use of that Linux operating system, or how do we check that Linux operating system? So there's a kind of a hack that you can use, and the thing is you can do something like a screen because there's no direct way. Docker hasn't given us a way that we can actually log on to that operating system and see what exactly is happening. So the best way is you just simply do a screen and do the command as I'm typing, library, containers, then I say com.docker.docker, and then I say data, then I say VMS, then I say 0, and I say TTY. Right. Now when you give this command and you hit enter, what it will happen is it will actually create another screen for you. So in my case, I'll just show you that screen because I've changed the color. Okay, so this is my screen. So it opens something like this. And now you can see I want to like keep both the screens separate. So the one in black is actually my Mac, and the one in green is the Linux kit, or the operating system to which I've gone in. And let's try to actually check whether what I'm saying is right or not. Let's say I do a uname -a. So here I'm doing on my Mac laptop, and you can see the kernel version is 17.4 and all the rest of the details. Now if I go back and click on this screen, I do a uname -a. Wow, it shows it is Linux. So I'm running a Linux 4.9.125. So it is the Linux kit which I'm actually right now logged into. Now let's again check the Docker daemon. I do a ps-e of docker d. I did it on my Mac laptop. Nothing is there as we saw previously. And let's take a look in this screen. ps-ef grep -i docker d. Wow. So yes, now you can see that the Docker daemon itself is running on this machine. So it is not running on your Docker on your Mac, but it's actually running on the Linux operating system. So as I said, behind the scenes, although you are working right now on Docker on Mac, you feel as if you're running Docker, or your Docker engine is running on Mac. It's actually not running. So behind the scenes, it's actually running on a Linux operating system. And for that, what they have done is, as I told you in previous slide, they've done a hyperkit. It's a hypervisor that they have implied, and using this hypervisor, they are able to make use of all the functionalities of Docker on Linux and giving it to Mac. So it's a kind of a layer that they have added, which is actually not visible to users. But I thought since we are doing a kind of a deep dive, and we are having a kind of a foundation, we are laying out a foundation how we understand things with Docker and the concepts of Docker, we need to have some kind of understanding how things are working behind the scenes. So hope this video was actually quite interesting for you guys as well, because when I was doing my research, I really liked it and I wanted to share with all of you. Thanks for watching, guys.